Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome to our 2005 Instrumental Expo. Someone on the way in said, "Isn't this a concert?" We said, "Well, yes, it's a concert plus a little bit." Tonight, what we get a chance to do is show you a lot of different things, all that have to do with our instrumental music department and the students in it. We're very proud of all of them. You see us in the fall on the field. You've come to different concerts. Well, tonight we kind of throw in everything but the kitchen sink. In fact, at one point, we use a kitchen sink. But it's all ensembles and different groups that our students have been working on very hard, some since the beginning of the year. All the way from small ensembles, which is a chance for our students to grow their individual talents, to our largest symphonic band, which you'll see at the end of the night, to something we're very proud of that we do at the end of the night, which is inviting a lot of our alumni back to play with us. And we'll talk about that as we go. So we'd like to start out with something tonight. You'll see some things maybe you haven't seen before. The first group, you've probably never seen anything like this before as part of a concert. But you'll see a lot of things maybe you haven't seen before. You'll learn a little bit about different groups that we have. So we'd like to start with our Winter Percussion Ensemble, which is directed by Mr. Dan Vasquez. Mr. Vasquez is on another high school band trip this week, but it's kind of student directed by Mr. Andy Morris. It is entitled Double Dribble. From there, we move to the first group that will be performing in the bottom part of the stage. This is our flute ensemble, and this ensemble is directed by Mr. Puzak, who is also our sixth grade band director and a professional flautist. It gives some of our flute students a chance to work on their own on music that just has to do with them and their instruments. So we'd like to welcome our flute ensemble. We'll need the lights up here. Thank you. We'd like to move on to our clarinet ensemble in a second. If just a quick commercial, which will try not to be too long, you got a red flyer in your folder. If you just take a look at it, you notice we're making some very good progress on this idea of dressing all our students in proper concert attire. So if anybody can help us out, we've gotten some big donations already. We'd appreciate it. Next is our clarinet choir. This is a group of students who all happen to wind up in the same lesson group together. And we promised that you might see some different things tonight. For instance, an alto clarinet, which Amanda, if you'd hold that up as you go. A bass clarinet, which Chrissy has. And the last interesting thing about this group is a euphonium player playing clarinet. So up to the left, guys. So this is our clarinet choir, and the information is in your program. One student, knowing that I'm a euphonium player, said, "You can actually play clarinet?" And I said, "Well, haven't I been teaching it to you for the last year?" And they said, "Yeah, but I didn't know you knew what you were doing." A great show of support. We have something very interesting to present to you now, and one of the reasons I like it so much is it involves one of our outstanding students and also one of our alumni. Excuse me, I grabbed the wrong paper. One second. This is a piece written by composer P.D.Q. Bach. The most interesting thing about P.D.Q. Bach is he never existed. He was dreamed up by a man named Peter Schickley, who thought it was time that someone have a little fun with music and classical music. And he was a man who was a college professor and toured the country as the composer P.D.Q. Bach. And he said, now a band like a golf course is only as good as its weakest link. I guess he was a little green when he was writing these jokes. And one of the things the Wayne Hills High School Symphonic Band likes to do is feature individual players as well as the whole group. So now let's call on the ranking bassoonist of our ensemble, and trust me, he is very rank, Michael Ratner, as well as guest performer and alumnus Jason Whitaker, for a performance of a delightful little duet by P.D.Q. Bach. In addition to being as intimate as the opening works of the program weren't, the Dutch Suite in G major is generally acknowledged to be the best piece ever written for bassoon and tuba. It is also known as the only piece written for bassoon and tuba. What Peter Bach did, or Peter Schickley did, was try to combine humor with classical music, and we'd like to combine it tonight with Mr. Jason Whitaker and our first bassoonist, Mike Ratner. Someone in the audience on the way out said, a bassoon and a tuba together, that's humorous enough. But in effect, one of the things about PDQ Bach pieces, if you're ever exposed to them, is it's a lot more funny or interesting when you recognize things like the Pink Panther or one of the Bach suites and how he melds them together and turns them around. It's really something to hear that. And you think the tuba would completely drown out and drown the sound of a bassoon, which it didn't. So we're going to have to try to find something else that will. Give us 1 minute. We'll be back with our jazz band. Thank you. Now, our jazz band's a group that we rehearse once a week, and we rehearse to explore this type of music, completely different type of music that we get to do. You'll notice, if you look carefully, some people on different instruments than you've seen them, which is an interesting switch. You'll also notice our rhythm section. Aaron Staluppi on piano. On drums, Greg Graziano. Charlie Goldman, Pete Matano, Chris McHugh, Will Hagen, and Nelson Graham, and I'll announce each section as we go. What we've decided to do tonight out of the pieces we learned to play was give you an idea of 3 different styles of this type of music. The first is entitled Gospel John, and it's exactly that. It features our rhythm section, also features Alex Chilowitz on the tenor saxophone. Give us 1 second, we're right back with Gospel John. Thank you. That also featured our saxophone section, Alex Chilowitz, Dave Harrison, Steve Mendoza, excuse me, Christina Goudy, Christina Hannigan, Chrissy Barbera, Joe Davies, and Alex Taylor. It's our saxophone section. And the reason I'm introducing it is we ran out of space on the program, which is one of the nice things about having such a big program. But I want to let you know, everybody here, trombone section, Dave Questley, Will Sue, Amit Nagala, and Mr. Vogel. Okay. I'll introduce the trumpet section. Next tune is called Sea Jam Blues. It's a much different tune. It's obviously a blues. Features a couple different soloists, which you'll see as you come up. I believe it features Dan Bigos on the trumpet, Alex Schultz again on tenor sax, and Steve Mendoza on alto sax. This is Sea Jam Blues. Whoa, hey, sorry. We have a lot of fun with this type of music, and if anybody's ever heard of Chuck Mangione, whose famous tune was Feels So Good on flugelhorn, we like to present another one of his tunes called Children of Sanchez. It features a lot of our trumpet section, which is Mike Off on flugelhorn, Dan Bigos on trumpet, and the rest of our trumpet section, which is Chris Alvarez, Ben Cinderbrand, and Omar Anwar. Here's, with an opening introduction by Chris McHugh on drums, here is Children of Sanchez.
Mike Off on the flugelhorn.
Chris McHugh on the drums, Dan Bigos on the trumpet. Thank you. sorry, I'm trying to get myself untangled here. If you give us just a couple seconds, what we did was we designed the first part of the program to be our smaller ensembles, and the second half to be our concert band, our wind ensemble, and our symphonic band. One of the things that I'm most proud about our students actually has nothing to do with the notes that they play, and I do say this a lot of concerts, but I never want to forget to say it. And that's if you notice how quickly they move between things and how they understand the show that they're trying to present to you. If you give us just 1 minute this time, we'll be back. We'll set up for our concert band, and then we'll go from our wind ensemble from there. So give us 1 second. We'll be back. Thank you. The smaller ensembles here, but this is our concert band, and is under the direction of Mr. Robert W. Vogel, our concert band.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me
Great pleasure to introduce the Wayne Hills High School Concert Band under the direction of my friend and colleague, Mr. Robert W. Vogel.
the last piece we played, your response was exactly what we wanted. It's actually, it's a tone poem based off of the piece of The Legends of Sleepy Hollow, okay? It's this mysterious piece, and it's all about how the Headless Horseman comes out and he torments the town, okay? And at the end of the night, he goes back into his tree, okay, where he lives, if you saw the movie, and you never know exactly when he's coming out again. And that's exactly the response we wanted, so thank you. There was one typo on the program. Miss Robin Brass was left off of our clarinet section, so she is here. She asked me not to ask her to stand, but she is here, so. The last piece we're going to play for you is In All Its Glory.
job, folks.
Please give us 30 seconds, and we'll be back with our wind ensemble. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to present to you the Wayne Hills High School Wind Ensemble.
Ensemble, fresh back from their tour of New York City and points beyond. The program notes say it all pretty much, but we'd like to present you three very different types of music. The first one is a Puerto Rican dance tune transcribed for concert band, so if you'd like to, the aisles are yours. Our next piece is something we've taken a habit of the last couple of years. We'd like to feature one of our outstanding students. His bio is in your program tonight. His name is Mr. David Kim. Oboist, he'll be presenting tonight as a solo soliloquy and dance by Parker. Dave, this year, distinguished himself, brought honor to our community and also to our band with his accomplishments in area, state, and region ensembles. We'd like to present Mr. David Kim. Yeah, he's kind of annoying to me too. No, really. As you also see, you know, it's one of the most interesting things about Dave. If you got a chance to talk to him, you'd never know that he ranks as one of the very finest oval players in New Jersey. But when you hear him, it's rather obvious. We'd like to depart from the program, and I've very rarely done this in 15 years, but the Wind Ensemble threatened to hang me if I did not. We'd like to share with you a piece that we've enjoyed working on so much and working together as musicians. It's entitled Yorkshire Ballad.
Because they threatened they'd play it if I didn't. So I figured we should stay together on the same piece.
Buckle your seatbelts. Next piece is based and was written for the United States Marine Band, one of the finest bands in the world, and is entitled Esprit de Corps. We hope you enjoy. Thank you very much. If you'd like to stand up, stretch your legs, we will hopefully be back in 3 minutes with the final part of our program, which is also the shortest part, but our band, everyone put together, which is like the way we like to end our concerts with our symphonic band. 3 minutes, please. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage the 140-member Wayne Hills High School Symphonic Band. We started tonight with some very small ensembles, and we're ending with a fairly small ensemble. We like to end with our symphonic band because one of the things that we really stand on here is our family and all of our students together. As much as we do different things, we'd like to take you on a ride into the West. So grab your horses, saddle up, and join us on the prairie. Thank you. Whew. I get tired and I'm not even the horse. We'd like to do something tonight, and it's going to take a second, but we'd like to take a second to recognize our seniors, all 32 of them, that are performing with us for the last time tonight. They've done a great deal for us. We'll miss them a lot. They built a lot of the band program that we have today. What I'm going to ask for is each of them to stand, and I'm going to ask that you very respectfully hold your applause until the end. They all deserve it, but if we applaud after each one of them, we're going to be here until next Tuesday. I'd ask them to stand, and we'll recognize them at the end. Shiroshi Banerjee, Steve Barbera, Dan Bigos, Karen Brass, Christine Bowman, David Chang, Erica DiBianco, Laura DeDuke, Angelica Fatal, Bianca Fatal, Tom Girding, Janelle Gottesman, Mike Goff, Edith Hannigan, Matt Krantz, Cynthia Leach, Noah Lewis, Chris McHugh, Julie Mills, Andy Morris, Janelle Ortiz, Steve Pletcher, Jeff Petriello, Mike Ratner, Anita Shaw, Kristen Sikorsky, Anita Singh, Jessica Spear, Dana Stefanczyk, Angelica Swirad, Drain Takbianin, and Alex Taylor. Did I forget anybody? I double checked it. 32 seniors who mean a great deal to us. These are people who have not only given musically, you can sit down, you got enough clapping. Thank you, good. Steve. These are people who have not only given musically, but they've given to help our band be better. They've given to help the younger people in the band. A group this large, we put 7 different groups out today, could never run without a great leadership corps and a great group of people, some of which I've known since 5th grade. We'd like to continue our symphonic band program tonight with a piece entitled Honorland under the direction of Robert Vogel. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We've reached the very last thing that we have a time to do tonight, and we'd love to go on working. I've said it before, and I'm asking you just to help me giving the students a round of applause for their ability. Most of you know the situation we deal with our room every day, and even the stage, which is just about big enough for us. But I publicly want to thank them, acknowledge them, congratulate them for an entire year's effort. No matter what the facilities were, no matter whether I was telling them to sit 3 on top of each other, they still found a way to make music. I'm personally appreciative of that, and I offer you a thanks and a congratulations for everything you've worked with this year. Thank you. There's been people helping us out. We appreciate your generosity with our tuxedo fund. We have 2 gift baskets to present. We'll start with first prize. I need a very honest person. Mrs. D. Yeah, you're honest, and I see you first. Mrs. D is our guard instructor, so I know she's honest. She'll pick a ticket. We'll bring it up. Could we have the house lights, please, so people can read? Otherwise, they're not going to know what the number was. While we're doing this, we invite all of our alumni to come to the stage. If you haven't played in years, if you haven't practiced, that never bothered you when you were here, why should it bother you now? Grab your horn, and we'll get as we go. The first prize ticket number is an orange ticket. I think that's all we have. 882058. 882 is a wonderful gift basket of various sundry treats. 882058. Anyone? Please come down and get it. We'll give it to you. You leave it here, I'm going to eat it. Who is that? I'm sorry, I can't see because the light's in my eyes. Congratulations. Thank you. Every time we do something like this, we move slightly closer to our dream of dressing all our students in the proper concert attire. Mrs. E, just like, look at all you guys. Good, come on. You're welcome. Congratulations. Thank you for supporting. The second ticket for another lovely that Steve's holding, Vanna Steve over here is holding 882036. 882036. And oh, I'm sorry, I still can't see because the lights in my eyes. Come on now, congratulations. If you need someone to eat that, see me after the show. We'd like to do something that is kind of unique that we started many, many years ago. And the last march we present is Semper Fidelis, which to the Marine Corps means always faithful. And that's something that we like to recognize as our alumni. Many of them built what we get to simply enjoy. And we'd like to invite them back to play this with us. Afterwards, please join us in the Commons for some refreshment. Thank you so much for supporting our entire program and our fantastic students. Give us 1 minute. We'll be set with our alumni and end with Semper Fidelis.
One of the alumni even asked one of their siblings to bring them apart home so they could practice before tonight. I don't believe it. Yeah, right. Come on, Mark. Good to see you. We have a bunch of very new alumni here. I notice I'm going to say experienced alumni. What is the oldest class we have represented? 90 what? 97 was your first try. When did you actually graduate? 97. What else do we have? Is that our 2000? We have some older ones too. 2002. Remember folks, no sticker? Watch carefully. Just want to make sure we're at the end. First is one, second, second.
Thank you very, very much. Please join us for refreshments in the Commons. Thank you.